Good evening, everyone. We're glad you decided to join us for this Monday edition of Newswatch. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm Lindsay Thurston.
And I'm Missy Midden. In the news tonight, 4 changes to the fire contract were voted on today by county commissioners, which means it's back to the drawing board for County Executive Gary Davis and City Manager George Wood.
There'll actually be changes. What they've done today is they voted, the majority of the commission voted to make 4 changes in the contract that has been presented to them. Keep in mind, I've gone back to the city on about 6 or 8 occasions already and gotten concessions on some changes, and what they did today is they voted to try to get 4 more things changed. So I will go back to the city manager and meet with the city officials again and see if I can get some concessions in these 4 areas. One of them being the term of the contract. I've already gotten it from 10 years down to 6. They're asking it to go to 2. On the price, we got a concession to $900,000 for the first year, and the city agreed to that with the idea that starting with the second year, they would be paid the amount that the fringe area fire tax brings in. So what the commission asked today is to go back and offer them $900,000 for the first year, and it's increased each year by the CPI and so forth. So that's the second change. The third change is they're wanting to say that when the volunteer fire department responds to a fire in the fringe area, that the entire station be allowed to respond. Right now, the contract reads that 1 unit will be able to respond, so that's a change. And then they also asked me to delete Section 5A, which basically says that no money can be spent for fire protection other than that's collected by a fire tax. So those 4 changes, I will go back to the city and see if I can get 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of them addressed to some extent and bring it back to the county commission.
Commissioner Howard Thompson made the motion for 2 of the changes, but he says he's mostly in favor of the county firefighters going on their own without the city's help.
No secret that I'm not really for the contract this county, because I think that the county fire department can do their own thing.
But Thompson says if the commission is going to pass a contract between city and county, it needs to be within reason.
All the changes that were made today is acceptable to the volunteers, and this is some of the changes that they would like to see happen. And of course, again, I think the revenue is too high, and the reason I'm saying this, I think that we're paying too much for the protection we're getting, and we need to put more revenue into our county fire stations to where we can also update and also upgrade fire protection outside of the fringe area.
Davis emphasized the fact that the contract is a compromise, but he says some commissioners don't really want to compromise. He says at this rate, it could take another 6 months to reach an agreement.
This was a compromise contract, and some people can't understand that a compromise means that you're not 100% comfortable with it. If you were, it wouldn't be a compromise. It is a compromise, and so we're never going to be able to get it 100% to everyone's satisfaction. Hopefully we'll be able to get it to where a majority of them are comfortable with it and can approve it. What the county commission is going to have to do is at some point decide, are we going to let the 2, 3, 4, or 5 commissioners that just don't want an agreement, because there are 4 or 5 of them that would rather go on their own tomorrow. They don't want an agreement, they don't want a compromise, and at some point the commission is going to have to decide, are we going to let those 4 or 5 control the agenda? Because if they continue to let it go like this may go on for another 6 months. It's already been going on for a year.
Davis says he'll present these new changes to the city and will hopefully reach another agreement. He says the new revised contract should be presented to the commission again by next Monday's work session or the following meeting. Also in today's county commission meeting, commissioners said goodbye to one of their own. County Administrative Assistant Carl Shrewsbury announced his decision to resign. Shrewsbury was also the county's risk manager and fire administrator.
Well, a lot of different things brought me to that decision. Just an opportunity to maybe do something a little better for Bradley County government, to serve in another capacity. I've been very, very fortunate, been offered another position. It will allow a lot of opportunity for growth, and maybe that I can continue to